Good morning, Binghamton City School District staff. This is Larry Dake, your acting tech director, calling to let you know that due to inclement weather in our area, we'll be closed for in-person instruction today. As you know, we've also used all of our snow days and we'll have to shift to fully remote instruction today using Google Meet. If you would like a quick refresher on how to use Google Meet, please sit back and enjoy the rest of this video with our fantastic tech integrator team. Thank you.
Well, thank you for that lovely introduction there, Larry. My name is Kyle Versport, and I'm from the BCSD Split Team, and today I'm going to show you the basics of running a Google Meet. So we'll start out here just on your Google Classroom page. So this is going to be the easiest way to run your Google Meet because it's all built in together, and you should already have a Google Classroom running for your class. I have several of them, but here we're going to use my demo classroom. So you click that, and you may already have it up and running, depending on what the settings were, what you selected way back in September when you made this, or even going further back if you've been copying your course year to year. So if you have this, you're ready to join. If you don't worry, we could get it in just a few clicks. We go up to the wheel, we select that, we go down until we see the Manage Meet link. Mine's there, but I'll remove it. So you would scroll down and you would see something that says Generate Meet Link. Select that. It takes a second. It gives you a code. You could copy it, reset it, remove it. Just make sure it's visible to students. And when you're done, hit Save. Now, if this wasn't here, it will be here. And important, it must be visible to students. This way, all they need to do is go to your Google Classroom and hit Join. You do not need to send any codes. You don't need to make sure everyone gets the right code depending on what period they're in. You're good to go. So even if you have multiple Google Classrooms, each one can have its own code. If you're teaching that class at that time, you just go and you hit Join. This will open up a new tab. Start running your camera and your microphone. Here I am, hello, up in the third floor library at Binghamton High School. If you want, you can mute. You can turn your camera off. And if, let's say, you're working from home, you don't want this background, you can hit these little stars over here and change the effects. So they have the classic blurs. So you could just go minor blur, major blur. If you have anything branded, here's my Plick branded one. If you look closely, some of them have this extra little symbol over them, and that means it's animated. So they're moving backgrounds. You could also do, your classic stationary backgrounds, the beach, or if you just want to do some styles, you could click around the styles here. A little throwback pencil one. I do like this one, not gonna lie. But anyway, we'll stick with an animated one this day. Hip. Another thing you may want to check, but it's probably going to work because you're probably just using your laptop, the audio and video. If you have a fancy webcam you want to use, make sure it's selected to that one. You'll probably just use an integrated webcam. I have that option as well, but note that's to my left, so it changes the angle. So whichever camera you use, make sure you face that screen. I'll go back to my HD. Your microphone, blah, blah, blah. Sure, throw the noise canceling on. You're at home. There's going to be some background noise. Auto adjust is nice. The framing doesn't really seem to do much, so I just leave it off. But you can preview it. Looks good to me. You're good to go. Now all there is to do is join the Meet. So to do that, you just hit Join Now, and it will load you up into the Meet. And from here, you'll wait for your students to join. They won't be able to join if you follow my advice and set it up all correctly. They won't be able to join until you're in the Meet. So wait a second for them to arrive. All right, so it looks like everyone has arrived and we can get started. So the first thing we'll take a look at is the bottom row here. You have your mute option. You can turn your camera off. The next one is closed captioning, so it will automatically generate closed captions. Important to note, only you would see those if you use that feature. And now we're going to focus on the biggest one that you'll probably use is the screen share. So with screen share, you have 3 options there, and you can choose the one that best fits your needs. If you select the bottom one, it will give you an option of all your tabs. I have a ton open, but the easiest one would just be to share your whole entire screen. Select which screen if you have two screens like I do, and then just hit share. From there, it will switch up your view a little bit. You may remember this from the COVID days. And on the left will be a larger screen, and that's the screen that students will see as well. But also on the right, it keeps your students and yourself there so you don't lose sight of the class if anyone raises a hand or, forget what you're doing there. Then you just click to end it. Let's take a look at those other options on the right, the first one being the attendance. So this is where you can actually manually mute students by clicking their name, or you could hit up there and mute everyone all at the same time. And then we go on to the chat. You can see Dan already sent a chat. You can send a chat, and you can also turn that option off if you don't want students sending chats. And the last one are all the new settings. This is where maybe there's some updates. We're only going to focus on breakout rooms today. If you would like to know more, there'll be info about it at the end of this video. So to set up the breakout room, you just hit the pencil and it automatically sets it up for you, but you can customize it if you'd like. That includes adding a timer. This way you don't forget to close them out. If you don't like how it was shuffled, you can move some people around. They are also named, but you could change the name if you would like. You can clear the breakout rooms and reshuffle if you'd like. You can even add yourself to a breakout room if you want to start in one right away. When it's all set up, you could just click the blue button in the bottom right, open up the rooms, and then it will prompt each student to join the room. So some students may go right away and others may take a moment. All right, once every student is in a breakout room, you will see them appear there on the right, and you'll have the option to join any breakout room if you'd like. So you could jump in there and join, and you could participate as a regular member, chatting with those students. And then whenever you're done, you can just wave goodbye and leave. Once you're back here, you can see at the top the time remaining. But if you're done with it, you can end the breakout rooms early, and it will give them a 30-second countdown until it automatically pulls them. Students will also see this prompt once you close the rooms, and they could leave ahead of those 30 seconds if they would like. So after those 30 seconds, the students will automatically join back in, and you can see them appear on the screen. The next thing we'll do is take a look at the host controls, and that's the last option on the bottom right. We would suggest leaving the host controls on, because having control as the host is a good thing. You may want to turn the screen share and the chat off, depending on your students. If you're worried about inappropriate comments in the chat or students hijacking the screen share, you could just turn those off. The next two you should leave on about the settings. And as we scroll, the quick access you should leave off. Off. That's how you keep these rooms private and under your control. The Q&A stuff we could talk about later on, but I don't want to dive into it now, make this video any longer than it has to be. But leaving those off too would be a safer bet. So that's it for the quick crash course. And the last thing to do is, how do you sign off? You click the red button and then you end the meeting for all, leaving quick access off. Wave goodbye, and that's a wrap. Give them your feedback and you're all set. If you would like more information or more help one-on-one, please reach out to your building's tech mentors or reach out to one of us from BCSD. We would be happy to go more in-depth with you or help you along with this process. We hope this video was helpful and that you're ready to use Google Meet for remote teaching. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.